Hey guys, this is VJAY.mp3 here at the TinyStage. I'm just gonna play some songs and rock with y'all and vibe with y'all. Hope you don't mind. Come bring a baseball mitt. Come catch a vibe. Let's get it. You gotta give it up to the street tonight. You gotta give it up. All night long I've been giving it alright. All night long I've been giving it alright. All night long I've been giving it alright. All night long I've been giving it alright.
All right, nice. So,
What's going on?
hey, I'm doing fine. How are you doing this cold Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, I should say?
You know what? I say, honestly, it's a little something about myself. I say morning in every situation. It could be like 8 p.m. It could be any time, and I'm just like, morning. So it is what it is. I'm glad to have been awake for this beautiful morning. Beautiful nonetheless. Could be cold, but at least it's not windy. Snow everywhere. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so it's not windy and there's still snow everywhere, at least the way I see it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know.
And it's white snow, right? In New
Yeah.
York, that's rare. It could
Yeah.
be brown, it could be blue, it could be violet, guys. So I'm glad that it's at least white.
Yeah, I mean, but even though it's end of like January, you're dressed like it's like 70 outside. Like,
Dude, I
I
walked here like
appreciate
this.
the fit.
I mean, come on. How could you not? Look, I'm going to let you 2 seconds, right? 2 seconds, right? So, of course, I got the boondocks. I got the kimono. Of course, we got the
Yeah.
kimono. But all that, come on, baby. And I could only wear the red shades while we talk because everything
Yeah.
here is red. So, it blends real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, because I love your fit. It's like the most, I feel like, Gen Z or like late millennial kind of like, I don't know, there's something enigmatic about your fit today, and I really appreciate it.
We only try.
But I mean, tell our audience about yourself. Like, where are you from? How did you start down this road
Well,
of music, this path of music?
it has been a journey and a half, and I've done it twice over. So I come from Houston, Texas, which definitely does not look like this at any time of the year, at least consistently. And I came here to New York in 2013. So this is 2022 as of recording. One more year, and I think that 10-year mark, I'm a New Yorker. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give myself one more, and then I'll be there.
Yeah.
But no, my musical journey started way back in high school. I was making indie rock with a bunch of different bands all the way into college. And as the normal band routine goes, y'all sound bad, y'all start to sound good, y'all start to rock, and then you break up. And I just was like, I love collaborating, but that pressure of always being together, always doing a show together, really kind of stressed a lot of the projects that I really cared a lot about. So in this project, VJAY.mp3, I'm doing a lot of looping, a lot of stuff on my own to give it to the people. But when it comes to making the music, I invite so many artists to my studio. This has so many other voices on it, save for myself. And I love being able to give that to the people, again, without the constraint of like, you need to be here and clock in at 8 if we're going to do the show together. So I love that doing music in this medium, being a looper, being a producer that can do impromptu shows. Each show is different. I really love that I could bring that to the vibe current day.
Okay, I see. So like with like every single, I guess, would I be able to call them songs? Like, is it like all just you like vibing, kind of like improvising, or do you have like a sort of like rhythm, or like sort of like what's that phrase? Something to the madness, method to the madness.
There is some sort of a method to the madness, but really it is full on accidents. Pretty much all the music you'll hear today is an accident. I go live on TikTok and a bunch of different social media apps. And of course, I play music around the New York area. And I like to just talk to the people. Like, I'll give you an example, right? So we're talking. Hey, man, I swear to God, I saw you at the bodega. Didn't we met at the bodega. You were eating a chopped cheese. What? That was you, right?
Yeah. That was definitely me. Yeah. How'd you know?
Wait. I don't think that was him, man. I don't think that was him. I go into this like, I don't think that was him. 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 Every single song I make is just this accident, right?
So it seems like you're vibing right now. It's like, see what you do.
I saw you at the bodega. I thought it was a bodega. So I'll do stuff like that and just go right into songs, right out of songs.
Man, yo,
And then
I thought you were just gonna like.
No, I mean, no,
do the
I was
whole thing with that.
I was just
I
showing,
was, like,
I was
looking
showing you
forward
how
to
like
it.
happy accidents like that
Yeah.
get made, and then someone will say like after the live or after the set, hey, I really like that song. You should make it a song. And I'm like,
Okay,
well, I
yeah.
have a distro kid. Throw it up.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's get into the second song.
Let's get into
or
it.
the second idea of the set.
All right. So so many red. I can't. But I'm gonna let y'all see it. So this song is an accident. Oh, just a couple
Yeah,
off the
just a
top of
couple.
my head.
Because like I finally made the connection in my head between that like looping station
Oh,
and your like
yeah.
whole like outfit. So how
Oh.
big of a fan of Marc Rebillet are you?
Oh, oh man! I mean, come on, come on, come on!
Yeah.
You know, we might have crossed a vibe, a mental vibe somewhere along the
Yeah.
line, but you know, for legal reasons, there are no. I do not know who that is,
Yes.
or you know.
Yeah.
But,
Have you ever seen any of his shows live?
Oh my god! Yeah,
Yeah.
a good amount of time. I mean, that is a huge inspiration
Yeah.
for what I do, and also, I mean, it was watching his videos that I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, this could be
I
a
think I
thing.
could do that. Well, because I'm a multi, so I could play bass, I could play guitar, I could play the keys. I think I could do this. My whole thing is that, like, you know, when you think of Fall Out Boy or Queen, you don't think of them necessarily together, even though they both have guitarists. So this specific device, a Boss RC505 loop station, is his kind of, you know, signature of his music. But I want to be able to be like, oh, that's just like a guitar, that's just like an instrument.
Yeah.
He uses his in a certain way, I use mine in a certain way. We're two vibes that just happen to be using the same medium. But
Yeah, of course, yeah, because I know it's kind of like easy to kind of like draw the similarities and stuff like that. But like, especially with kind of like the kimono and the shorts and just like
yeah,
like,
but I'm not shirtless. But I'm
yeah,
not
but you're not
shirtless.
shirtless. Yeah, no, you
But,
gotta wait till the summer for that. Yeah,
For real. Actually, yeah, for real. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
but I got the melanin, so I think that, you know,
that like different
for real,
ranges
for real.
you enough. Yeah, for
Except
sure.
I'm hiding my
Yeah.
last name.
Because
He goes full on. I'm
because
ginger.
was it like right after you that like that whole band thing where you kind of like turn to kind of like this more, electronic producer dancey club music, or did it take time to kind of like find yourself or like find this version of your musical self?
I was always, especially for the other bands that I was in, I would always kind of say, "Oh, I'll make the naked body." So like I'll play some guitar and some bass, and then if we collectively make a song together, like, "Oh, it's our creative this and that." So I was always just in my room making loops, but like on GarageBand. So like I'd record the guitar, pause, play, creative process stops for a second, have while you set everything back up, and then you could do it again, but something was lost in there. And so I was always looping, making my own vibes. When it came time for me to understand how to use the music that I was already looping in regards to doing it real time, that's kind of when I picked a more electronic vibe. But this has this is the Novation Circuit tracks, and it has a bunch of different synths and drum sounds. So with that, I'm able to get out of the electro pop vibe sometimes, but also stay very sonically in that pocket.
Okay, got it, got it. Yeah, because I mean, it definitely seems like you definitely know what you're doing, and like obviously coming from a background where you're a multi instrumentalist and have been in scenarios where the music is very structured, like you probably have 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 like a sixth sense, have like a sixth sense for this like sort of like I guess like live performing, right? Even like feeling the crowd and like knowing when to stop, knowing when to continue.
Full on. It is a full on vibe. It is a full on vibe between the audience and I, and just I do have some sort of a musical sense of like, okay, the song should stop now, or the song should speed up now, or this or that. I go back to 8th grade when I was in a symphony choir class, and I was playing the percussion, and the Incredibles theme music was what we were playing. And for any kid next to Shrek, the Incredibles was dope. Yeah. And then like, da-da-da-da-da, we played that. And so I didn't need to look at the sheet music to be like, I know this song inside and out. I could feel it. I know when we have to like stop, even in that sort of a song. But my orchestra teacher was like, no, you have to play specifically what's on the page. Yeah. And it was that moment that I was like, I'm just going to find out how music feels. Not classical, not screw classical, but just like, I'm going to find out how music feels.
Yeah.
So that no matter who I'm playing with, where I'm playing, I could stay in the feeling. And I feel like that's way better than technicality, personally.
No. Everybody has their method. Everybody's different for sure.
I know, I'm talking to the internet now. Personally.
Yeah, don't want to be canceled by people that can like only read sheet music, right?
Honest. Oh, for real. I'm not even going to tell you if I do or do not know how to read music. I'm going to just be like this.
Yeah, well, for now, let's show all the haters what you got with with your next song.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Vibes only. Vibes only. I think I got it. I'm a pale imitator of a boy in the sky. my bed, I'm rolling inside. And if I get that call, you know I'm off to go to drive. You know, if I ever stop to listen to you, I got to volunteer. Cause you don't know what to do. You got that hard, girl. You got the feeling that I don't know what you're feeling, baby. You got the feeling that I don't know what you're feeling tonight. And if I'm thinking that I don't know what you're thinking, baby. We gotta go to make it right. I'm incredible, incredible, a status quo. But I'm laid with my ride and my heart and my soul. On a Saturday night when nothing is dead. And if I ever had to do it, well, you know I wouldn't care. I just get down. I love when I'm seen. Cause if I get that call back, you know the message is free. You know, if I ever stop to listen to you, I got to volunteer. Cause you don't know what to do. You got that heart, girl, you got that heart. You got the feeling, but you don't know what you're feeling, baby. You got the feeling, but you don't know what you're feeling tonight. And if I'm thinking that I don't know what you're thinking, baby. We gotta go to make it right. 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 We gotta go to make it
Ooh, another banger, another certified banger. So, like, what is your song creation, songwriting process like? Yeah, like, what does it like look like for you usually?
Oh, now that it's it starts with me. I have a couple nice drum machines, so I usually start off with the drum machine, or I'll just be on the keyboard and say, hey, this sounds good. I gotta mess around with something that sounds like. And then from there, I'll just be like, hey, let me see what a drum would sound like. And it'll go from there. It's a bunch of different messing arounds, inspirations, a lot of literally just going up to people saying, hey, what do you think? And or what's the vibe? What's the topic? And they'll be like, PlayStation 2 vibes. And I'll be like, all right, sounds good to me, and I'll figure something out. So I love messing around, playing around.
Okay, I see. So it's just like very organic, like you're not thinking too hard about it.
Full on. And then all the songs and stuff that come out that I do have, like I do come out with songs, but yeah, all of those are just accidents that I put through the mastering process.
Nice. All right. I guess we can move on to the last song.
Love it.
And yeah, let's get into it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last song of the evening, and I just have one question for you. Do you still dance? Whether it be in the shower, whether it be at the park, whether it be at the bus or somewhere in the train, do you still dance? I wonder. At least like you used to, you know. Because I understand you might not dance the same way now, but you used to be. Look dance like you used to? I don't care to know. I don't care to know your answer. But do you still dance like you used to? Do you still dance like you used to? I don't know. Do you still dance like you used to? Do you still dance like you like it, like it, like you know? Do you still dance like you used to? Do you still dance like you dance like you like it? Do you still dance like you used to? Do you still dance like you like it, like it, like it, like it? Do you still dance like you used to? Do you still dance like you like it, like it, like it? Do you still dance like you used to? Do you still dance like you like it, like it, like it?
So that was a very.
Oh,
that
wait,
was,
I'm back. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. I was about to pull a Rick Ross. Be like, I'm just going to the bathroom. And he's like, no, I'm just kidding.
So is that how you usually end all
Can you
your
believe?
sets?
No, that's the opener. No, but no, oh, that's a great question. I think I just end my sets with like a vinyl flip is with that like. So that's how.
Got it. Yeah.
Or just let it play out until the Sandman. Yeah, just fade it out. Be in the crowd dancing to my own music. Okay.
Because, like, how long did it take for you to kind of, like, finally be comfortable performing on stage like this and just, like,
Dude,
you know...
Great question. Still not. No.
Really?
I have a ongoing concert series at a bar called All Night Skate, and every single time that I play there, I'm just doing a DJ set, just playing, like other people's music, because a lot of the music that has to be like looped, I have to use my voice, and I get so like, oh, I can't sing right now. So actually, I'm just coming out. I'm forcing myself to come out of my shell.
Wow, because you seem so like, because have you been, so ever since you came to the city, like, have you been performing, or was it just like recently that you started doing?
No, it's very, it's because of the pandemic, honestly. I mean, I think I had my first musical show November 2019 and was like, oh, we're going to keep it going, all that stuff. And then. But no, when the pandemic started, I think actually it was funny because I wanted to do music, and then it started, and in that March time, in that downtime, I started doing comedy and started so I do stand-up comedy around the city too, and I just started getting way less stage fright, and then shows started coming, and Broadway started coming back, and I was like, you know what? I think I have enough people who would actually come out and see me, and a lot of like been talking about it enough. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So
It's such an interesting relationship or correlation between like comedy and like music. I mean, there's like so many kind of like musician. I mean, professional comedians that are also musicians, or on the reverse, professional musicians that do comedy stuff. Like, have you heard about like Kendrick being in that new movie produced by Trey Parker? And it's
okay, see, there you go.
yeah, it's just like, and like Kendrick, out of like all people, like I would have never thought he would be not that like he would be a comedian, but that that would be something he would be like doing in the first place. But like, so like Sinister Gates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So his father is a professional comedian, but also a musician as well. It's just like this, like, yeah. What do you think about that like correlation between musicians and like comedians? Because it seems, yeah,
Dude, every comic wants to play music, and every musician thinks that they're funny. so that's why you see comedians like Bill Burr that are really good at the drums, but then Jamie Foxx is really funny. Mos Def is really funny. And it's just that creative spark. It's that flow. And the fact that you're filled to the brim with this creative energy, sometimes it does overlap into different things. So, of course you get a person that says, oh, yeah, I think I'm kind of funny, but I could also play the keys and this and that. But, so it just overflows into different categories if you're someone who is exposing yourself to the culture. If you can go to like an African dance class as a comedian and make some jokes, but you're also gonna leave shaking your ass. So there's it's that creative. It's the same way that you write is the same way that
Yeah.
I'm just it's a kinetic human movement, and so especially those two things: writing, laughing, talking to people, dancing with people. Of course, those would music. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because have you ever thought about kind of, I don't know, like incorporating more apparent comedic elements into your sets, like what you just did, storming off the stage?
Yeah, I have a song. You know what? I got a song. I got a song.
Look, we have time, so if you want to play it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got you. Yeah. This is like one of those like funny songs again.
Yeah.
This is one of those funny songs. Oh, do you want to take a photo? Do you want to take a photo real quick? You can take one right off. Take a photo, don't baby. Take a photo, don't baby. Right on my chest. Take a photo, don't baby. Take a photo, don't baby. Right on my chest. My chest, yeah. You can take it with your Polaroid. You can take it with your phone. Just do it on my chest. My chest. My chest. My chest.
Very. I don't know. That was like giving me Eddie Murphy vibes for whatever reason. Just like, because I don't know. That was like, I don't know. That was a very specific. I don't know. I was just getting like Eddie Murphy vibes.
You know what's
from
worse?
that.
I don't know what video to put behind that song.
I don't know what video you could about getting demonetized, but like.
Yeah, right. Dude.
But dude, VJ, I mean, thank you for coming on. Sounds like NYC's TinyStage. You were an
Come on.
absolute blast. I mean, tell us like for the spring, kind of like what are your plans? What are your goals? Like what's like coming down the pipeline?
Well, what's coming down the pipeline for me is actually a bunch of stuff that I want the community to get involved in. So
Who's the community?
The community as Brooklyn, as Manhattan is all of New York City and beyond. You know what, Connecticut? I'm looking at you. And New Jersey, I'm looking past you. Anyways, no, but I do want to say that, I run a comedy show called Velvet Brick, and we put on musicians and comics and a bunch of artists. It's a variety show, so we put on a bunch of artists and people.
Where can people find? Is it kind of like a live event, or are there like videos online and stuff like that?
It is live event. It is live and in person, in usually in rooftops in Brooklyn. But of course, since it's the winter, we are moving to an indoor location. And yeah, you could find that at Velvet Brick _ on Instagram. Just Velvet Brick, and you'll be able to find us. I also am, doing music all over the city. I have a residency every first Taco Tuesday of the month at All Night Skate in Bushwick, Brooklyn. So, of course, come out, come vibe. Let's talk, let's chat. Let's make music together, especially if you're an artist living in Brooklyn. I would love to create with you and rock with you.
Awesome. Well, VJ.mp3, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, Tiny Sounds. And if you're an artist, please check out Tiny Sounds, and they're beautiful.
Don't you mean TinyStage?
Stage.
TinyStage.
Hey.
It's TinyStage.
And
listen, we need to get our branding up point. It's okay. Yeah, I feel like after like a while, people will start, because we're just trying to. We are like trying to chase the clout of like Tiny Desk, so I understand that people get confused along the way. But yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for ADR.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a great rest of the day, everybody.